Hi, thanks for joining us for Preschool Storytime. Let's start with a little song. How about head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Can we do it? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Here we go. Let's start out slow. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Okay, that was just the beginning. Let's try a little faster. Can we do it a little faster? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Good job. Let's try it a little faster. We can do it. Ready? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Whew! How'd you do on that last one? Let's do it one more time, really fast. Here we go. Are you ready? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Woo! Very good. That was fast. You got it. Hi, welcome to Preschool Storytime. This week we're going to talk about owls. And I brought along a friend. His name is Hoot. Hoot the owl. He's going to join us for some stories. Come on, join us for some stories. We're going to start with, "Wow," said the owl. A night when we are feeling tired and ready for bed, owls are just waking up. Owls live in a nighttime world. They have eyes that can see in the dark. But this little owl was a curious owl. Instead of staying awake all night, as the little owls are supposed to do, she took a long nap and woke up just before dawn. "Wow," said the owl. She couldn't believe her eyes. The sky was warm and a wonderful pink. "Wow," said the owl as the yellow sun shone through the morning mist. "Wow," said the owl as white fluffy clouds floated across the bright blue sky. "Wow," said the owl when she saw that the leaves on her tree were green. "Wow," said the owl as the pretty red butterfly flew by. She watched them land on the bright orange flowers, which opened up in the warm sunshine. Up in the sky, the clouds turned gray and it started to rain, but the sun was still shining. "Wow," said the owl, as a rainbow of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet filled the sky. The little owl sat happily in her tree and watched as the sun went down and the moon came up. The daylight is full of beautiful colors, she thought. "But wow," said the owl, "the daytime stars are the most beautiful of all." Too excited to sleep, the little owl stayed awake all night long, just like little owls are supposed to do. And that's the end of "Wow," said the owl. Let's talk about and learn about owl babies. Once there were 3 baby owls, Sarah and Percy and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. It was their house. One night they woke up and their owl mother was gone. "Where's Mommy?" asked Sarah. "Oh my goodness," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. The baby owls thought, all owls think a lot. "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. "To get us our food," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. But their owl mother didn't come. The baby owls came out of their house and they sat on the tree and waited. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivy for Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. Which one do you think is Bill? I think Sarah is here on the big branch, and then the small branch is Percy, and then a little piece of ivy, that's Bill. It was dark in the woods and they had to be brave, for things moved all around them. "She'll bring us mice and things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. They sat and they thought. All owls think a lot. "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah. And they did, all 3 together. "Suppose she got lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. And the baby owls closed their owl eyes and wished their owl mother would come. And she came. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. Where are they? Down here sitting. "Mommy!" they cried, and they flapped and they danced and they bounced up and down on their branch. "What's all the fuss?" their owl mother asked. "You knew I'd come back," the baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. "I knew it," said Sarah. "And I knew it," said Percy. "I love my mommy," said Bill. And that was the end of Owl Babies. Let's read our next story. Good Night Owl. Owl was settling into bed when he heard a noise. Squeak. It was a tiny sound, no louder than a whisper. A funny noise he hadn't heard before. "Someone must be at the door," said Owl. "Just a minute." But no one was there. "Probably the wind," said Owl. And he lay down in bed and said to himself, "Good night, Owl." Squeak. when he heard the noise again. "It's coming from the cupboard," said Owl. So he went to take a look. He emptied every shelf, but there was no noise to be found. So Owl went back to bed. "Good night, Owl," he said. And then he heard the noise. Squeak. "It must be under the floor," said Owl. And he pulled up the floorboards, one by one. But he didn't find the noise. So Owl went back to bed. Squeak! "This house has a noisy roof," yelled Owl. And he took down the roof. "There," said Owl, "no more noise." Owl got back into bed, and the stars and the moon shining down where his roof used to be. "Good night, Owl," he said. "What's sneaking? What's sneaking?" But Owl didn't close his eyes. He didn't dare. He knew that any second he would hear the noise. He waited and waited and waited and waited. Squeak! "It's in the walls!" Owl screeched. "I'll get you, noise," Owl said as he tore down the walls of his house. But he found nothing. The cupboard was empty, the floorboards were pulled up, the roof was pulled down, and the walls were gone. Owl went back to bed and he said, "Good night, Owl." "Who's sneaking?" And then he saw the noise. Squeak! Owl smiled. He said, "Good night, noise." And they went to sleep. Where's the mouse? He's sleeping with the owl. There's the noise. And that was Good Night, Owl. One more story for you. And it is Little Owl Lost. Oh, what happened? Bump, bump, bump. "Are you okay?" asked Squirrel. "I'm lost," said Little Owl. "Where's my mommy?" "Don't worry, little friend. I'll find your mommy. What does she look like?" "My mommy is very big, like this," said Little Owl. Yes, I know," said Squirrel. "Follow me." "Here she is. Here's your mommy." "What is that? Is that his mommy?" No, said Little Owl. "That's not my mommy. My mommy has a pointy ears, like this." Yes, I know, said Squirrel. "Follow me." "Here she is. Here's your mommy." No, said Little Owl. "That's not my mommy. My mommy has big eyes, like this." Yes, I know, said Squirrel. Follow me. "Here she is. Here's your mommy." Is that his mommy? No, said Little Squirrel. "That's not my mommy either." "Wait a minute," said Frog. "I know your mommy." follow me. Your mommy's looking everywhere for you. Is this your mommy? Yes, yes, yes. Here she is. Here's my mommy. Oh, thank you, said Mommy Owl. Why don't you come up to our nest for some cookies? Yes, please, said Squirrel. Cookies are my favorite thing. There they are, in the nest having cookies. Oh, is he gonna fall again? Is he gonna fall out of the nest? And that's the end of The Little Owl Lost. Hi, so we just heard some really great stories about owls, and I have Hoot here. Hi, Hoot. And we're gonna do a craft and make an owl. So Hoot's gonna sit here and watch us while we make our owl. So this is what your owl will look like. So all you need is a black piece of paper, some yellow paper, white. I used a lunch bag for the branch and some black paper for the feet, white paint, and a large brush. So I have our black paper here on the table, and I'm going to white paint on a paper plate. So I just put a little, and you want to keep your paintbrush dry to give it the feather effect. So I have a large brush like this, and I just kept it dry. You don't want to dip it in any water. Just kind of get a little paint on the end and on your paper, just in a round spot. You just want to dab your brush. To make your owl. And you just keep that brush dry and kind of make it round. And you can make it a little taller if you want to. So that's your owl. That's it. You can set the paint aside. Grab your glue stick, and I took a piece of, rip a piece of a lunch paper bag for the branch, so you can just rip it so that it hasn't, you don't have to cut it with scissors. And we'll glue that to the bottom for the branch. You may want to wait till your paint is dry. I did get a little paint on my branch because it's still a little wet. And then you'll want to glue on your feet and your eyes. So I cut out circles. It was traced at the bottom of a styrofoam cup or a glass for the eyes. So we'll paste those on. Nice big eyes. And then I made black circles for the eye as well, and paper punched a round piece of white for the center. So we'll put those in the middle of the yellow. And you can have your white dots in your eyes, whatever direction you'd like. I pointed them out. And then I made a black beak. So we'll put that on, which is a triangle. And then the owl's feet, as you can see here. Just glue those on the branch. And you've got your owl. I hope you enjoyed story time this week.